Right, hello everybody, just going to make an unboxing video to show you a new type of trail camera, or as you can see it's called on here a hunting camera, but exactly the same thing. You'd call it a trail camera because you attach them to trees along trails where you film wildlife, and some people call them wildlife cameras. Basically they're covert cameras you strap to trees or fence posts or whatever in order to record wildlife. You can use them in your own back garden or a friend's house, or obviously on some land that you own or land you've got permission to film on. So I'm just going to show you. I've never opened it myself, not once. I haven't even looked inside the box. This is absolutely a genuine unboxing, and just to tell you where it's from Voopeak.com. okay, Voopeak is a brand, it's a sub-brand of Campark, C-A-M-P-A-R-K. Campark is a brand I've bought before, and Voopeak is a brand I've bought before. Obviously they're made by the same company, but sub-brands are sometimes for marketing reasons. Maybe they sell a certain brand in certain countries, if you see what I mean, and certain brands in other countries. So here we go, let's unbox it. In fact, before I actually unbox it, let's show you the entire packaging. So as you can see, it's going to come with this fake bark cover, which is really good. Once this is strapped onto a tree, I really think that is a great idea to do something like that, to disguise it. As you can see, it says solar integrated, so you've got a solar panel that you stick on top of it in order to provide power to it. Let's have a look at the back. On the back, a little bit of information. Now I don't know, it says it's solar powered. I genuinely don't know whether you can also put AA batteries in this or not, or is it just the solar power? That I would like to see. Made in China, and on the sides you've got like a reference number. And just to show you, the packaging I've got says Campark, but I've been sent it to promote the Voopeak brand, so you can obviously tell it's the same thing. Campark is Voopeak. So let's open it up. So this arrived a couple of days ago. I've been busy doing other things, so this is genuinely the first time I've even taken it out of the box. So this is exactly, oh god, I can knock my camcorder off. Right, so pull it out and it's in a plastic case. Let's see what else drops out of the box. As you can see, that's it, nothing else in the box. I'll get the box out of the way so I've got space. So you've got a quick start guide. So they're telling you need to install a memory card before you use it for the first time, obviously. It does take AA batteries. I thought there must be some sort of power you have to put into it. Install at least 4 AA batteries. And should be charged for 8 hours. Well, actually on the website I've already read they're saying 9 hours to charge it up before you use it. And they're saying you've got a 2-year warranty. Well, I like that, because I'm pretty sure I saw that there was a 1-year warranty offered on the website. But yeah, there you go. You have a 1-year warranty from the date of purchase. Just contact us to extend to a 2-year warranty. Okay, brilliant. So they're offering a 2-year warranty. Nice. And then you've also got this little install guide, little diagrams to show you how to attach the solar power to the camera. Small diagrams, I have to say. I'm going to give an honest review. I wish they would do bigger diagrams. You know, a diagram should be much bigger than this. Print it on paper if you have to. Just give us more information. That's how to strap it to a tree. Okay, and then there we go. So you've got some English instructions here. Again, very small writing. My eyesight's not as good as it used to be, I have to be honest, and I wish they would make things a bit bigger than they do now. They seem to assume everybody's got absolutely perfect vision. So make things bigger. Double this. Double the size of whatever this is. So you've got a little bit of information about what the solar panel can do. So it's rated for 5 volts. Charging power is 1.25 watts when the light is good. It takes about 4 to 10 days to fully charge it. So I don't know how much use the solar panel is going to be for me. I live in England and obviously we don't get very long summers. So anyway, right, let me just put my camcorder down. Get some stuff out of the way so I've got room. do the actual filming. So, the camera with the bark bit attached comes out first. Just trying to show you. Then you've got paper instruction manual, very nice. And then the solar panel is at the bottom of this packaging, and then how do I access all the other bits and bobs? Then you have to turn the plastic box upside down. It seems to be it's like this. The other bits are strapped to the bottom somehow. Yeah. There's a flap you break open. The other bits to flop. Let me get rid of that plastic out of the way. I'll show you what we've got. So you've got the solar panel here. This is the first trail camera I've ever bought that has a solar panel. I've currently owned about 12 trail cameras, and in my lifetime I've probably had about another 4 or 5 that I've ended up having to junk or send back for. I'm not this brand. There you go. Look, that's branded Camp Up. As I said, Voopeak is the place to buy this particular one at the moment. So there you go. You've got the little. Let's have to plug it into the camera. So that's that. Instruction manual. Let's just have a look. Hopefully this is not all. Yeah, this is different languages. So thank God. I was thinking hopefully it's not as much information as that. You do want a lot of information, but you don't want, 100 pages of instructions would be too much. Right, that's the strap. Pretty standard strap. Oh, you've even got one of those things. They're the things you use to open up mobile phone. The little trays to put your, what do you call it, your SIM card in. So that's what that must be for, to open up the panel. I guess maybe that's to put the SD card in. We will see. But that tiny thing, don't lose that. Do not lose that. They're so tiny they can go. So that's just a very simple strap you're going to use to strap the camera to the tree. They even provide you with a few screws and plastic plugs in case you're going to do a more permanent attachment to a tree or something. I never do permanent attachments because I always find that trail cameras need to be moved around. Wildlife don't just keep going to the same spot time and time again. It's a good idea to strap your camera to somewhere and move it around every few weeks to see what's on your property. And then you've also got this bag. Again, I need to put the camcorder down so I can open it. What's in the bag? I looked at one of those. I know what this is. This is one of those plates that you can use to attach to a tree. Yeah. Yeah, and this is exactly the same design as I've had with many other different cameras. So let's take it out here so you can see. So yeah, so that plate there you can use to screw. Using those screws, or there's even more screws here. 3 screws and the 3 plugs. So these 3 screws would be to screw this plate, say, to a side of a tree or a fence post, and then this bit here is what you use to attach to the back of. Let's just have a look. Yeah, so that would. It's hard. I can't use 4 hands. So you would screw one end of this thing into that camera, and the other end you would attach through the whole of this. Obviously you'd have to undo a bolt and put it through to show you what I mean. So like that. Okay, and then you've got the ability to bend this. Oh, it's on really tight at the moment. I'd have to undo these, but it's on extremely tight actually. Ugh. It just gives you the ability to bend the position. There you go. God, they're on tight. Okay, so you can move the camera. Once you've got the camera actually attached to this thing, you can bend it down. Do you see what I mean? You can adjust, because otherwise if this thing was fixed onto a tree, sometimes you get the angle of the camera wrong. When you come back after a week to check your footage, you realise you've been filming at the wrong angle. So you've got this, at least it's bendable. Now let me put the screws back on, or else I'm going to lose them. Let's just quickly put those back on. Okay, so that. And now, very, very, very important. I don't know whether it says in the instructions or whether they've given any instructions to explain it, but I can see that they've got these temporary protective bits of plastic over the lenses and sensors. These have to be removed, or else you'll end up with blue videos. And I have to say, I have bought cameras before where they don't bother to tell you that. And I'm sure there are people that go out and set these cameras up and then realise something's gone wrong. Now, just to show you, you can see there's some tiny little dots there to the side of the lens, and there's one dot there. So presumably some of these are the microphone part. Let's just put this down again. How does this come off? Aha. It looks like this might just snap on. I don't want to go and break the thing because I haven't read any instructions myself, but it does look like it's a simple... Oh God, I don't want to break this. It does seem like it just slides on, he says, with difficulty getting it off. I think I'm going to be able to get this off. There we go. I've managed to, right, so I've managed to pull the fake bark thing off. Do it carefully as possible. You can see those holes again. So I said presumably those are where the microphones etc are. So it's just a plastic plate, very light, but to give you that fake bark look. And you can see it is actually, it's not flat and printed with the pattern, there's actually, it's 3D, so you've got grooves in it again to help camouflage. And obviously if you don't have a tree that's colour, you can always spray paint it, which is what I will probably end up doing. You can give it a light bit of spray paint, kind of a greenish colour or a brownish colour. Try and make it a bit better yourself for whichever type of tree you've got in your area. So now that that's removed, blimey, this is thin. Wow, wow, I can't believe how thin that camera is. Jesus, that does not look like any trail camera I've ever had. Just trying to think. Yes, I do actually. Just to give you a comparison, I'm going to show you a different brand of trail camera I've got. The one I'm about to show you is more of a typical size of trail camera. Just to give you an example of the thick. Look how thick. This is an old model. I've had this for about 12 years now, this particular one. Look at this. Look at how thin that is. And the reason most of the older cameras, most cameras I still use, are thick like that, because you've got to have... Normally cameras have 8, and this particular model takes 12 AA batteries. And then on top of that, once you've done that, you've got the size of the sensor on the front. Used to be quite big like that. The size of the lens, all the plastic packaging. And then you've got to incorporate a screen. You can see the brand of this one's Bushnell. I don't use these anymore. Like I said, I bought these about 12 years ago. They've been surpassed, and then some by lots of other brands I now use. These were 1080p quality full HD when I bought them, and these cost about £240. One cost me, one was about £190 for exactly the same model, but about £190. The one I'm reviewing at the moment, they're currently around about £90 pounds sterling. So as I was saying, these blue things, you're going to want to remove them. I'm going to do them now actually. Okay, so presumably that is the sensor. This one here is the lens. It's very hard to do. You need good fingernails to get to these. Again, just to give an honest review, these plastic things need to be a bit easier to take off. You know, maybe give us a little bit more of a flat. I mean, you're giving us like a couple of millimeters of plastic to get our nails around. Give us a bit more. And then up here, take that strip off there. So get rid of all the blue temporary covers. Okay, now we get to see the actual unit. So again, it's branded Campark. Again, I've been told to tell you that this is a Voopeak, and the actual model is a TC21. Okay, so these are the buttons you've got to set up. I'm going to do a separate video for how to set it up, because obviously I've been told I've got to charge this up for 8 or 9 hours first before I can actually use it. Got to put the micro SD card in, put some batteries in. This is just an unboxing video to show you what you get. I cannot believe the size of this. That is so thin. I'll measure it in a minute just to show you. Hunting trail camera TC21, that's the model number. So Voopeak TC21. Now, how do we charge it up? We charge it up by opening up that flap there, I do believe. Yeah, it's one of these rubber straps. So you're going to need a power supply. They don't provide you with a way to charge that up themselves, so hopefully you've got the correct type of plug. It would be useful if in the box Voopeak gave you a leaflet showing you exactly what type of power supply you're going to need. I believe I do have the right kind of plug, because I've got all kinds of torches and stuff I have to charge up, so I'm going to have a look and see what I've got. Otherwise, that's going to be a problem charging it up in the first place. So let's have a look. You've got another. Here we go. Flap here. I was just seeing, says off, on. So lift this flap out of there, and there you go. You've got the. There you go. You've got a button there. That's how you switch it on and off in there. That's your USB port. Now there is no cable in here. They haven't given you. Let's have a look. No, there's no USB cable at all. So presumably that looks like USB-C cable to me. So you might have one with your phone. Again, that might be another thing you're going to end up needing to buy. USB-C cable. If you do though, but obviously if you put the card in there, it says TF. Nobody calls them TF cards anymore. I don't know why some trail camera manufacturers still call these things TF cards. They're SD cards. So that's something that needs to be fixed. Nobody would understand what TF is. SD card, so micro SD card. Right there they should print micro SD card. Okay. I don't know, that possibly means reset. And that might be what that little thing is for. Again, I'll have to read the instructions and see what that's all about. But anyway, going to need to recharge this. Well, charge it for 8 or 9 hours before the first use. Let's have a look. Now, didn't they say something about this can... Hold on. There was something about AA batteries, wasn't there, on one of these things? But obviously, I can't see any way to put AA batteries into this. This quick start guide says install at least 4 AA batteries. Some solar cameras should be charged for about 8 hours. How do I install AA batteries into this? Does this even take AA batteries? I mean, presumably the way it's put together, there's some tiny little screw holes there, but I don't know. Actually, that doesn't look like screw holes, does it? No, it doesn't. I can't see. So that is not a way to unscrew it. So, does this take AA batteries? I don't think it does. So, does it just have some built-in battery? Again, there's some mistakes with this. They should give you an easy setup guide. Let's start looking at the instructions now. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. The next video I'll do will actually be how I set it up, but for the unboxing you want to understand what you've got. At the moment I don't understand whether you can put AA batteries into this or not. So let's have a look at this. So I've already pointed out a few things that Voopeak and Camcorders need to fix in terms of telling you how to set these up. The AA battery is one major thing I want to understand. Any questions or problems, they give you an email address, tc@umail.com. Okay, they give you a QR code to scan if you want to get the app in order to use your phone. If you've got a smartphone, that is, you might want to be able to operate this camera. But again, I've already heard you need to be within 10 meters of the camera in order to use your phone. So my thinking is, if you're already 10 meters from the camera, why not just open up the camera and deal with it yourself? I don't see why you also then need to use a phone. That's just further complicating things. And again, because I set these up nowhere near my house, sometimes a few miles away from where I live, how is my phone going to work miles away? My Wi-Fi is not going to work miles away, so I don't see how it's going to work. So just saying, if you're lucky and you can make use of the app and Wi-Fi to control it when you're a few meters away, go for it. If not, like me, I'm highly unlikely to... Sorry, I can see my camera's starting to lose focus, and I don't know why the camcorder does that sometimes. It is highly, highly, highly annoying when it starts to lose focus. Let's see if I can get the focus back. Sometimes I have to zoom in and zoom out a bit. It just does this thing where it decides it doesn't want to focus. Alright, so because the camera's losing focus, I was gonna wrap this up anyway. I'm just gonna tell you what is in the instruction manual, whilst we cannot actually see it. Let me just try a couple of things on this camera. Can I get the camcorder to focus again? Not really. No. Okay. So you've got introductions. Again, some of the drawings you won't be able to see because my camcorder's playing up, but some of the drawings are really, really small. Too small. They've got little arrows pointing at buttons and stuff. The pictures are too small. Instructions need to be bigger. Let's have a look. Yeah. And they show you preparation before use. They show you that you need to plug in the camera. I'm sorry, but my camcorder's lost its focus. I'm going to have to start playing around one more time. Can I get this to work? No, it's lost focus. I don't know why it does that. Yes, you're going to need a USB-C cable in order to do something. To charge it you can charge it using a USB cable. Alright, so I'm sorry that I've lost focus. There's nothing I can do about that. Right, let's have a look. They go through the setup menu. Explain about the infrared light. So obviously these cameras, this type of camera can work in the pitch black and record wildlife in the dark. It's quite amazing technology. I've used it on many other cameras. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that whilst I flip through here. You can set up a password on this, the instructions say. Then they go through a bit of information about how to use the Wi-Fi on it. I'm just reading through the instructions as quickly as I can. They go through a bit of information about the app you can get from app stores. They explain how to align the camera once you're on page 24 of the instructions. They explain you can connect it to a computer using a USB cable. Again, they don't provide a USB cable. And then they go over some technical specs. So it can take 48 megapixel photos, 4K quality videos with 30 frames per second. Audio is 48 decibel. Still going through. And then it goes into French. So let's just see how many pages the instructions are. Instructions are 33 pages. Right, that is the unboxing. I can't believe, I don't know why the camcorder does it sometimes.